The world stands on the brink as tensions between Russia and NATO escalate to unprecedented levels. We're seeing a high-stakes geopolitical chess game unfold, where each move could potentially reshape the global order. In one corner, we have the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO. This defense alliance has been sounding the alarm bells, cautioning the world about the potential incursions by Putin's regime into more European countries should it overpower Ukraine. On the other side, we find Russia, steadfastly denying any such invasion plans. Yet it's worth noting, even as they deny these claims, Russia has issued its own warnings to several neighboring countries. It's as if a storm is brewing, and these nations find themselves in the eye of it. Take Poland, for instance. Recently, Alexei Zhuravlyev, a politician closely allied with Putin, suggested that Poland might be next in line. Whether this is a veiled threat or a mere projection of future possibilities, it certainly adds to the growing unease. This is more than just political posturing. It's a high-stakes game where the pieces on the board are real nations, with real people, living real lives. The implications are far-reaching, and the consequences could be dire. The chilling reality is that these tensions are not just confined to diplomatic chambers and political roundtables. They're seeping into the lives of ordinary people, creating an atmosphere of uncertainty and fear. In this complex and rapidly evolving situation, it's not just about who holds the power, but how they choose to wield it. The decisions made today could echo through history, shaping the world our children and grandchildren will inherit. The stage is set, the actors are in place, and the world watches, holding its breath, as the next act in this geopolitical drama unfolds. With the stakes higher than ever, it seems that the Cold War's chill is returning. In a chilling turn of events, Putin has issued a direct order that threatens to destabilize the region further. With a swift decree, the Russian leader demands the immediate seizure and reclamation of properties and assets that once fell under the dominion of the Soviet Union. This audacious move has sent ripples of alarm across the world stage, with many left pondering the extent and implications of such a drastic measure. The ambiguous nature of this order only adds to the existing tension. What properties are targeted? How far will this reclamation reach? The answers to these questions remain elusive. Bloomberg emphasizes that the order was announced late on a Thursday, a detail that underscores the urgency and gravity of the situation. As the details of Putin's order remain shrouded in mystery, the security situation in the region teeters on the edge of a knife. The ghost of the Russian Empire rises, casting its long shadow over 5 NATO countries. These nations, once part of a vast empire that spanned from 1721 to 1917, find themselves once again under the watchful gaze of a Russian leader. Poland, Finland, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. Each one of these countries holds a significant place in the annals of the Russian Empire's history. They were all, in whole or in part, territories under the Empire's rule. The Empire's influence was pervasive, shaping the culture, politics, and history of these nations in ways that are still evident today. The Russian Empire, however, didn't survive the test of time. It crumbled under the immense pressure of World War I and the 1917 Bolshevik Revolution, led by the infamous Vladimir Lenin. The empire's dissolution marked the end of an era and the beginning of another, the birth of the Soviet Union. Formally established in 1922, the Soviet Union was a new beast that rose from the ashes of the fallen empire. It spread its wings, encompassing much of the former empire's territories. The Soviet Union's reign, however, was not eternal. It too collapsed in 1991, resulting in the independence of several constituent republics in the Baltics, the Caucasus, Ukraine, Belarus, and Central Asia. Now, these 5 NATO countries, which were once under the rule of the Russian Empire and the Soviet Union, find themselves in a precarious situation. With Putin's recent directive to reclaim lost assets, these nations are once again feeling the weight of their historical ties with Russia. These countries, and indeed the world, are left wondering what the implications of this directive could be. Does it mark the beginning of an aggressive expansionist policy, or is it a strategic move in a larger geopolitical chess game? As Putin's gaze turns to these former territories, the world watches anxiously, wondering what the future holds for these nations and global security.